people are asking me about my take on harambe. Okay. In situation basis, I feel like when the child was put inside the cage with harambe, they may have saw him as dragging him around, but it wasn't like that because even as the children of a gorilla, they do that. So in situation basis, they shouldn't have shot the gorilla. The gorilla wouldn't have killed the child. Every mammal of that type has something in their brain that knows what they need to do in those situations where they have a child. And he may have been connected to the child. Oh, it's a child. I've never seen him before because they kept him up in the cage and they kept him up barred inside of a zoo. You know, understand? And a lot of people are saying conspiracy that they didn't want to pay for didn't want to pay for Harambe. And so they decided to do the whole situation where a child would get in there and then they'll kill him off and they'll say, oh, okay, we had to do it because of a child. That was a conspiracy theory. But in all ways, shapes, and form, he shouldn't have been shot. They could have figured out other ways. And even, they may have thought, okay, what if we did a shot dart? He'll fall on the child or something like that. The child was smart enough to know what to do in those situations. He was spooked because he's never been held by a gorilla, so people thought he was scared. Everyone would be scared. If I was sitting next to a gorilla that I never met, you think I would just be abruptly not spooked? You know? Killing animals like that who have the same connections as us in that way, I mean, they live a whole lifespan. That's killing a life form that lives a whole entire lifespan that's basically been working for you and the zoo and basically has been an attraction for you, making money for you, and then you're just gonna kill them off like that. That's what I feel about that. That gorilla, Harambe, should have not been killed, and he still needs to be in there. I'm so happy that he's in animal heaven now, and he's having a good time, but he's with his family. His family who passed away when he was taken from the jungle, or when maybe he was born there. I mean, you have to even resources of what it was, but he's more connected to the earth than he was before. And then maybe he's free, A lot of people say when you're stuck in the zoo and you're stuck in a cage, when you die, you're free. Because being stuck in a cage and not escaping it, and no way escaping it whatsoever, the being in the zoo, when the animal dies, he can escape and he can wide and go far all the world in heaven, That's how that goes. So him being killed opened up his space of heaven, but it was not time for Harambe to die. He could have had more time to live. They could even send him back. They could have sent him back to the safari. They could have sent him back, where he was from, and he could have tried to become what he was and what he was. But the only issue with that is once you're stuck in a cage so much and you only see things around you and stuck, you change. And when you go back to where you were from or what you do, you didn't know what to do and you don't know how to handle yourself because you forgot, because you were taken from a young age. And that's connected to other things if you would see of what it is. That's like when a lot of African Americans go back to Africa, they don't know how to handle themselves because they've been stuck in the cage of America. They don't want to go see other things in the world. They think this is the only thing that we have. You understand? So think away the situation of what it is. Harambe shouldn't have been shot. He should have, they should have darted him to make him go to sleep. He still should be alive today. But I'm so happy that even if he was killed, he was wrongfully killed, at least he's in animal heaven and he's free. He's not stuck in a cage being fed, running around in the same areas his whole entire life. You understand? That's what I have to say about it. Rest in peace, Harambe.